This is the backstory of Mr. Young and Mrs. Young. When people think of property, property that has been abandoned, back taxes, all of those things, they think about a raggedy house. This people just moved in and just, you know, destroyed the place and all of this and that and the other. That's not the case here. We came into this place and we made it look like somebody lived here. We actually had lives before we came to this place. And you're going to learn the backstory before we're done. All right, all right. I do believe I have one of the biggest cups of coffee in the nation this morning.
Compared to mine, yep, I would say probably.
All right. Now, you have seen the video footage from the start of this show. Most of that stuff that you saw was either donated, some of it was purchased, but a lot of it was donated by people who actually care about the vision that was projected when City Buzz Mobcast was started. This podcast has been going for 4 seasons, and we took a little brief hiatus and we came back.
Well, yeah, much needed break there for a minute to us to regroup and do things better this time.
Let's see. What I want to do today is explain to the people how life was before we came to this residence right here. You know, it is no such thing as personal business because everything is public record. You know, we were evicted from an apartment that we lived in another county, and because the man sold the house, you know, and didn't tell us till the last minute. So we ended up coming here. This is my brother's house. My brother is incarcerated. He's been locked up for 11 years. Okay, I came in here. We came in here. We did what we had to do to make it look like this, because when we came in here, it didn't look like this. Now, there's still things wrong with this house, like structural damage, lead paint, and all that stuff. But when you don't have no money, where are you going to go? People look at us like we rich, like we got a bunch of money. We don't.
I wish we did, for real. I really did wish we would have some more money than we got, especially with things that occurred in our personal life over the last year and a half. You know, things change out of our control, and we had to do things different.
Right. People got health issues and things like that. Rome wasn't built in a day. This the way you saw this place looking, it didn't take a day, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days.
Huh.
That was over the course of almost 3 years. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we'll talk about the financial issues as far as paying the back taxes and all that stuff. We didn't have no money to do that. We didn't have no money to do that because of situations. So I feel like right now I'm being judged because I'm poor.
That's one way to look at it.
And I don't like that. I feel like I'm being treated some type of way because I'm poor.
I feel that we get treated certain kind of way once they find out certain information about us, personal.
Right. When a person find out, you know, it's no secret that I have mental illness. I have suffered from various diagnoses. But if you look at me face to face every day, you can't tell that I have those things going on inside of me, because I have learned and I use the skills that were taught to me to cope with the situation.
If you really want to film a buzz, we'll do this. How about I have mental illness too? And now it has prevented me from working for over a year. But yet here we are. We still make this house work. We still make it loving. People have no idea if they even come into the house what's even wrong with the house. And most people can't even believe I have mental illness because I learned how to not only just cope, but how to hide it from people. Because I was afraid things would be said that people would just make up because they don't know who I really am.
Right. And by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Today is Amanda's birthday, and you just turned 24.
Sure did. Sure did.
So, I mean, I'm happy to be a part of something, you know, that makes sense in the world. Something that people have been paying attention to and following along for years, you know.
Well, not only that, though, but I think, too, since we're going through some things here and people are starting to really see how we really are living, I think it comes to the fact that people should understand we are all humans, we are all individuals. I don't believe that where you live or where you stay should be an effect on you. You should still be able to live your life the way you want to live it and don't let your surroundings become part of you.
Right.
You change your surroundings to be part of you, regardless of the situation.
It's not like we on drugs and, you know, and junkies and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Junkies don't live like this. Junkies don't have any ambition, any goals other than to get high and high and high and high every day.
And with that being said, I used to be a school bus driver for special needs before we moved up here. And
For how long?
I did school bus driving for 8.5 years, 8 years special needs and a half a year with public schools, and then we ended up having to move. And then I got in transportation up here for people in nursing homes that couldn't make it to doctor's appointments. So I used to transport people to appointments or family functions. But they never knew that there was something wrong with me. They just thought that I was a fun driver because I like to make people laugh.
Right. But, you know, what the outward appearance, people judge you by your outward appearance, and they also judge you by what they find out about you on the inside. And to be judgmental in today's society is wrong. There's prejudice.
Well, not only that, not only is it wrong, but here's the question that everybody should ask. What makes you be able to judge them? Because ultimately, we're all going to be judged by one person, and that's the Father up above. He is the only person who has the right to judge anybody at all.
Everybody take a crap out the same hole. If you got a different hole that you crap out of, then something is wrong with you. You understand?
But, I mean, and it comes down to the choices you make take you on your destination to where you want to go. Whether it be right or wrong, whether it be a learning process, whether it not be a learning process. But you take everything into consideration, you know, when you're making choices.
I want to talk about humanitarianism. People have seemed to have forgotten what that word even means. You know, people are more focused on property rights than they are on human rights. You know, not only are we here, we have 4 support animals. We have 4 dogs. And those are our children. They don't call them like our children. They are little children because they depend on us.
Right, they act like it too sometimes when they start to fight. Let me tell you, it's like, really? Yeah. But, you know, I know things are changing, and we have to keep an eye out on our dogs too, because this is the only home that they know.
Only home
2
they know.
out of the 4 were actually born in this house.
Yep. And
So,
they don't. We are the only people they know, and the only people that they will get along with. I mean, as far as we are the only family that they have. So
yeah.
So you can't separate family. You can't give a person a choice and say which child do you want to keep, because we got to take these other ones over here because you can't have them in this place and that place.
Or you have to do this. You have to find new homes for them because of the type of dog they are. They don't want them on their property. You can't. That's like picking a child. It's like, okay, that one's too dark. I don't want that as my kid. Go ahead and take it back to the store or wherever you want to do with this child. I mean, what parent in the right mind would do that?
And it's hard out here now, and having physical and mental issues. I'm not a young man like I used to be, and with my disabilities, they are disabilities just because they are that, and they deter me from doing certain things. It's difficult to explain it all in detail in this one setting, but just know it's deep and it's real. We are determined to make the best of our lives no matter where we are, but we're also determined to stand up for our rights and not let people walk over us and treat us like garbage, like we are the bottom of sludge at the bottom of the barrel.
Most people with mental health, I think it's safe to say, most people with mental health, depending on the situation that caused the mental health, were victims, and they don't want to be a victim all the time, because victims, people look down on, oh, poor you. No, it's not poor you. It is, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you do this anymore.
Right.
Type of thing.
Right.
And that's not who defines me.
Not pity party. It's understanding. It's
right.
about understanding. It's not about a pity party and misery, love, company, and all that type of situation. It's not that type of situation.
No. Especially, there's a lot of misconceptions out there about people that live like we do or have mental health or whatever, some kind of disability. You should do research and see. I bet you probably over half of the people probably have something that nobody else knows about.
And they probably don't even know about it.
Or they don't even know they even have it.
And most people that have mental illness don't even know that they have mental illness until they get diagnosed. They go for years and years and don't even know that they have mental illness,
Right. Because for the longest time, I didn't even know. I had no idea.
I as well.
Yeah. And I don't blame anybody. But if they would have asked me maybe in my 20s when I used to be really on edge and angry all the time, then it may have found out if I would have went and got help that I would have maybe not. I wouldn't have spent my 20s being angry and mad and quick to go off the handle. You learn and you start learning about yourself and dealing with what's going on with you.
I see right now, doing the mobcast, doing this podcast show, it helps to release and it helps to get other people to understand a lot of things that go on in life. The City Buzz Mobcast is the urban voice and music. We not only try to get people to understand one another, we try to get people to understand music, different genres of music, and different things that go on in life. First of all, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? One of my mottos is, you can. And that means that's a message to all the people who suffer from any type of thing that's going on in their life right now or in the past or whatever. You can. That means you can overcome those certain type of feelings. You can learn to deal with it. You can learn to have better outlets in life. You can reach out for help and talk to somebody if you need to.
Right, and you find out who you are, find out what do you want to get at, what's your goals to getting out of life. And then once you figure out your goals, you got to figure out where are you at in life and what steps do you need to take to get where you want to be, and work on that. And anybody that gets in your way, then they're not part of your circle.
No, they're not for you.
They're not for you. You need to break all negativity out of you, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's neighbors, whatever it is, to get you where you want to go. If they're going to hold you back, then why are they with you? Like, why are they in your corner? Why are you consider them family? Why do you consider them friends, whether you consider them husband, boyfriend, whatever, if they're blocking you to get where you want to be in life, your family, your friends, your significant other, or whatever you want to call them, they should be encouraging you to continue on that path and explore and enhance each other on whatever path you want to take.
Everybody don't do that. You know, like I said, the world is full of selfish people who think that money is the key to every happiness. The money is the key to everything.
All evil.
But we already know what it really is. And we're not going to sit back and be railroaded and ran over and misused and abused because some part of the system has a glitch, because society has failed, the schools have failed, the churches have failed, the government has failed. We're not going to be failures in this world.
No.
And with that being said, we would like to thank you for watching. And we hope that this has touched you somewhere inside your heart. If you have a heart that has any kind of heat in it, you know, this ain't for the cold-hearted people, because ain't no help for them.
No. It's got to be for somebody this is going to be for somebody that's caring and understanding.
And if you're going through a situation, just know that God got your back. No matter what anybody says, man is not above God. And if you put God first and say, thank you, Lord, for letting me wake up this morning. Thank you for letting me have something to eat, some clothes on my back, a roof over my head. I got my USA cap on today. You know why? Because I was born here. I was born right here on this dirt. And there's nothing you can do to take that fact away from life. And you already know, City Buzz, Urban Voice and Music. If you haven't heard the buzz, what?
You haven't heard City Buzz.